Fans of the Bishop Watterson Eagles football team know that although it's been more than 34 years since he served as principal of the school, his allegiance has never waned. The coin is tossed, and there he can be seen, pacing up and down the sidelines, encouraging the players, Msgr Kenneth Grimes. After attending St. Mary Magdalene Church and School on the west side of Columbus, where he grew up in a devout Catholic family, Grimes graduated from St. Charles High School. He decided to stay on for a 4-year seminary program and then continued his studies in theology at Mount St. Mary's Seminary of the West. He was ordained a priest in May of 1957. His first assignment was at St. Francis de Sales Church in Newark before becoming the assistant pastor of Our Lady of Peace in Columbus, as well as teaching at Bishop Watterson until 1964. Msgr Grimes taught for 1 year at Bishop Reedy High School before becoming principal of Portsmouth Notre Dame High School. He returned to Columbus to serve as the assistant diocesan superintendent for the next 8 years, acting as Watterson's principal for 7 of those years. In 1978, Msgr Grimes became co-pastor at Columbus St. Agatha, where he remained for 8 years. In 1986, he became the pastor of Our Lady of Peace, an assignment that lasted for 20 years until he retired in 2006. He's currently living in residence at St. Andrew Parish. In addition to his parish work and accomplishments in the field of education, Msgr Grimes also served as chaplain of the Ohio House from 1973 until 1996.
Well, it started at my mother's knee, as we always say, and through my Catholic education. And I don't know whether I've learned it yet, if you know what I mean. Prudence is the working of the Holy Spirit, on judgments that one would make. I would hope that most of the judgments I've made have been, fostered by and guided by the grace of God. And that's basically what prudence is. I guess the old statement about prudence is, know when to keep your mouth shut. Well, I guess a good deal of it, because here I sit after 53 years as a Catholic priest. But it came from the family, of course, mainly, and it also came from my parish, from the parish school, and my high school training at St. Charles, and then I went to the seminary from there, and but I guess it's what I'm trying to be. I'm not there yet, but I'm trying to be, a prudent Catholic person. When you deviate from the 10 Commandments, the commandments of the church, and when you deviate, it's a mess. And I'm still learning that. I think most of us still are trying to learn, but that's what it gets down to. If you believe that God created you to know Him, love Him, and serve Him on this earth, so that we can be happy with Him forever in heaven, if you really believe that, then when you deviate from that course, it just becomes, unhappy. Well, first of all, St. Paul tells us that the gifts given one is to teach, and there's no question that this is one of the main ways that we do teach is in our Catholic schools. Formation and inspiration comes from our Catholic schools. It's the school system, whether it's a Catholic school or a public school or whatever school it is, you get those children when they're young, the old saying is, you give me the child and I'll turn out the adult I want to be turned out. They can be shaped that way. And in the history of the world, you go back to Nazism and communism. The first thing they did was get rid of the Catholic schools in those countries, or try to get rid of them, because they knew that they couldn't get their isms through as long as that Catholic school was open. So that's a very, very important and big thing yet in the world today. The reasons why now we're having trouble in our schools is, number one, the vocations to sisterhood and the priesthood and the brotherhood are way down. And number two, it's much more expensive now. Catholic schools are expensive. But the responsibility in any given parish is not just on those Catholic families who have Catholic kids in the Catholic school. The responsibility is on the whole parish, even if they have their children in public school. So the gala is to raise money to help with the tuition to our schools. So that's what's there. You know, the studies have shown over the years, Father Andrew Greeley and others after him, that the people who have gone through Catholic schools and gone into their maturity, as far as vocations are concerned, and as far as attendance at Mass, as far as being pro-life, and as far as being in the community, you know, the percentage of those Catholics in our parishes now, grown up, the percentage is much higher among those who did attend Catholic schools. Again, I want to reemphasize that many good families have had their kids in public schools and do right now. And they're fine Catholic people, and they've turned out to be good Catholic children. But it's tougher. It's that daggone simple. It's just tougher to do it that way. Well, I hope it continues and prospers. That's what I hope it does. And you know, for the good of this country, it better. Because, you know, today, the world we live in this country, religion is just nice. I mean, it's fine. But, you know, religion is supposed to be, and it is, a private thing. And it should not be. It's kind of like, you know, everybody has their own hobby, and that's just fine. But let's not bring it out into the marketplace or into the public square. You know, that's un-American, you know, if you try to bring your faith in what you believe. We've lost something in this country when any group cannot speak out loudly and clearly about immorality in the whole country. And the Catholic schools foster that and continue to foster it. So it's good for the country.